June 19 marks a pivotal point in American history. On that day in 1865, the last slaves in Texas and the Confederate South were free. But in order to understand why that happened 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation and why people celebrate it to this day, we need some context. My name is Joseph and this is AJC in Context. Now, if you don't feel like watching me or you just want to read something, our very own Stephanie Toon has a full story on this. It'll be the first link in the description down below. So, what is Juneteenth? Well, let's go back. Now, according to archives.gov, President Abraham Lincoln issued a preliminary Emancipation Proclamation on September 22nd, 1862, declaring, quote, "On the first day of January, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall be in rebellion against the United States, shall be thenceforward and forever free." It effectively ended slavery with the power of the federal government. And the federal government part is very important. It would take nearly 2.5 years for Lincoln's proclamation to be relayed to Texas. And that 2.5 year lag time is what Juneteenth is all about. People were freed from slavery by the federal government, but local governments did not want to let them go. Which brings us to June 19, 1865. This is when Major General Gordon Granger came to Galveston, Texas to inform the government and slaveholders there that President Lincoln had freed the slaves 2 years earlier, and to press local officials to comply with federal law. Granger announced General Order Number 3. Now, before Granger's declaration, there were an estimated 250,000 people illegally enslaved in Texas, according to historian Henry Louis Gates Jr. It has been noted that the geographic isolation of Texas may have played a role in its delay, but according to Juneteenth.com, some accounts placed the delay on a messenger who was murdered on his way to Texas with the news, while others say the news was deliberately withheld. Even with that order, slavery didn't just end overnight in Texas, according to a report by Gates. Texas was seen as a haven for many slave owners. They would travel to Texas with their slaves to escape regulations enforced by the Union Army. So, why is it called Juneteenth? Well, you probably already got this, but Granger came to Texas on June 19th. Put the two together and you have Juneteenth, but the day is also called Freedom Day. Currently, Juneteenth is not a federal holiday, but on January 1, 1980, Texas was the first state to recognize Juneteenth as a state holiday. Since then, 45 states and the District of Columbia have also commemorated or recognized the day. In the past, cities, including Atlanta, have held parades, festivals, forums in celebration of the holiday. With the COVID-19 pandemic, many of those gatherings have been canceled for this year. Still, many have taken to social media to encourage others to honor the holiday and find their own special ways to celebrate. So, now that you have all that information and all that context, we want to hear from you. Do you celebrate Juneteenth? If so, how are you going to do it this year? Is this your first time hearing about Juneteenth? Let us know any and all thoughts in that comment section down below. And hey, while you're down there, go ahead and press that subscribe button if you haven't already. Press the like button if you like this video. Favorite if you really liked it. But as always, Internet, my name is Joseph and this is AJC in Context.